G93 WMPZ, this is Tula, and I am in the studio with Pat Rowe from Kitchen Incubator. How you doing?
What's up, Tula?
All right, so tonight we got the Kitchen Incubator Nights, right?
Hey, we're doing it. KIC Nights. Y'all come out right there at the Kitchen Incubator of Chattanooga. That's right.
So you have different themes that you've been doing. So we've had the 70s, I believe, right?
We've had the 70s. You know what? We've had glow parties. We've had all kind of things. We had R&B night. Now here we are, Western Country night. And you know what? We got some amazing talent tonight. And it's not just about country. I'm sure he's going to do some other stuff. But Chattanooga, we have a treat right here in the city, Mr. Nelson Cade III, right from The Voice. And so it's going to be fun tonight. We're just asking people to come out. We've got 16 food trucks. We've got 9 other vendors that are going to be at tents. And then we even got a treat for the kids, man. We got some basketball goals.
Oh, okay.
So y'all just come out, man. Have fun. It's about bringing the family out, enjoying yourself, and then supporting local all at the same time.
And like you said, we have Nelson Cade III here. You are on season 18 of The Voice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got to work with John Legend. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, when you did your initial audition in front of them, you had 4 chairs turned.
I was the first 4-chair turn of the season, actually. It's kind of wild how all the filming works versus the airing, but no, I was on the first day of filming, back when you don't know who's going to get placed on what team. And yeah, I was the producers told me after I walked off and everything. Yeah, that was the first 4-chair. They're very picky on the first day.
That's awesome. And you got John Legend. I'm a fan of John Legend. So how was that getting to work with him?
Man, he is just as cool as you think he is. So right off the bat, that was it's one of those like don't meet your heroes. Like no, he was cool. That was nice. And I picked him because like I'm a classically trained pianist. Mm-hmm. Piano was definitely his like handshake into music, and so I knew that his teaching style was going to be something that I could resonate with. Yeah. And man, he was not only did I get all 4 chairs, but he specifically blocked. He used his only block of the season on me so that I couldn't go with Nick Jonas. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that is. And you also got to work, you got to work with James Taylor as well during that season, right?
Yes, sir. I got to ask him some songwriting advice, and we went back and forth talking about experiences and how we have worked. And it's wild when a master can tell you. I still remember the question I asked him because they never aired this part, so this is fun. I get to talk about this.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
Right? So there was a moment where it's John, James, and me, and I was asking about. They asked me if I write, and I was like, absolutely. And I was struggling with this one thing because I was in the middle of the last step of songwriting, which is trimming the fat, and I asked him the question, I'm like, how do you know when you're done? Because there's that perfectionist thing that happens where you're just trimming and you're trimming and you're trimming, and everything could be either not good enough or it could be, I could say this better, and there's always this thing that makes this line worth crossing out and trimming. And it's like, before you know it, you could shave the whole song down to nothing. Okay. And so like, when do you stop? When do you step back, take a breath, and be like, no, none of this is fat. This is the song. We're good. And they were both like, okay, wow, yeah, that's pretty personal. Like, there's no right answer. Right. And honestly, what they both gave me, I think, was insightful, and it's something that I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to really get at the root of, which is it's intuitive. You just, it's a feeling. It's almost ineffable. You're not going to know. You just know. Like, I wish I could say it better than that, but no, like with some of the songs that I've written since then, there's just a feeling where you look at, what was I thinking of when I first started writing this? What was the point? And then you look at what you have on paper, and you're like, did I get the point across? It doesn't matter if I got the point across better than anybody else. Like, is it true? Is it honest? Yes, then it's good enough. There's no such thing as perfect. It's just good enough. And
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I had the opposite issue. I just tend not, like when I'm editing video or audio for the station or something like that, I always want to keep everything, like everything that I record, it's like, oh, this was real important. I don't want to get rid of that. So I have the opposite actual issue. So you got to work with James Taylor, got to work with John Legend, but there's also a story where you got to work with Stevie Wonder.
Yeah. So before anything in my life blew up, I'm just some guy playing at bars and whatnot. And there was this restaurant that I was playing at every Friday, like 3 hours a night. I've been playing there for like a year and some change. So I'm doing my set. It's called Skylight Gardens. Shout out to them because they're still in Westwood. I know my boy David just had a kid. Hoping that they're doing well. It was a night like any other. I'm like halfway through the set. The bartender next to me comes up, puts a little note on the table next to me. And I'm in the middle of a song, so I'm thinking, turn it up, turn it down, adjust your volume, something like that. And I look down and the note says, Stevie Wonder is here. And I was like, jeez, that's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
So I finished the song, and then I'm in my head. I'm like, what do you play? What do you play now that they're here? I don't know if they're messing with me. I don't see them.
Yeah.
And I'm telling myself, don't play a Stevie Wonder song. Don't play a Stevie Wonder song. It's way too obvious. And then my mind blanks, and I'm like, I got to play Stevie's song. There's nothing else I can do.
Yeah.
So I played Isn't She Lovely, but just an instrumental. I didn't sing it. It was just supposed to be like a tip of the hat gesture. Just, I'm just trying to recognize you. It's not a big deal. Enjoy your meal. As soon as I'm done with the song, a man comes up, introduces himself. He's like, hey, that's Stevie Wonder over there. I'm his bodyguard. He wants to know if he can play with you.
Oh, man.
And
that's crazy.
I was ready to cry. I mean, like, what am I going to say? No?
Yeah.
Like, my wildest dream was like, he wants to invite you to the table, share a drink or something like that. Like, maybe, man, he sends the bodyguard to the car, starts coming back with all of his equipment because Stevie just rolls with his equipment like that.
Of course he does.
And we play the entire rest of the night out together.
Oh, that's amazing.
Full just hour set, and it's like that jam session when you and your best friend are just at the house, and you're just, it was like, all right, want to do this song? I'm like, never played it, but here we go, and it was just back and forth.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. A legend like that. You got to work with some of the greatest, and to think that he just showed up at the bar. So there's the Shaq story where he says that Stevie can actually see. Did you pick up on any of that? No, I'm sorry. Did you hear that story though, where Shaq said he was in the elevator and he was like, "Hey, Shaq,"
right? No, it's probably because you could just hear him walking. He's just so big. No.
Yeah. Like you couldn't feel like that would be obvious. I heard Shaq lives in my building, and there's a big guy. It's got to be him.
There you go.
But so tonight, tell us what we expect.
So tonight, I'm definitely gonna have a little bit of country for y'all. It's this Western night, but. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be me if I did one genre. That's not what you hired me for. I call myself multi-generational. Like, I got stuff all the way back from the 40s, 50s, all the way to now. I got stuff in Spanish. I got stuff that's alternative. I got rock. I could, in one set, I could go from John Mayer to the Temptations to the Commodores to Imagine Dragons to Jimi Hendrix to Nirvana, like, within, 30 minutes.
Yes, all those. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, I just
do all that.
I listened to so much stuff growing up, and there's too much good music out there to pander. You don't need to pander. If you play what you like, then people will like it. Like, if I don't like it, why should I expect them to? I play the stuff that gets me.
Well, speaking of, since we're talking about country tonight, it's country and western night. Have you? What do you think about this uptick in the country music and being more mainstream now, with Beyonce crossing over and then them leading the charts with a lot of the artists? Do you see that?
I definitely see the trend happening, and it's funny because I don't think that the floodgates have opened yet. I think that's about to happen, and I'll be real with you, I'm excited. Yeah. It's always a nice thing to see a shift in what I think most people would describe as mainstream. It gets more and more normal.
Right.
And music is supposed to be expressive, and so when normal becomes a thing that you can't apply anymore because it's just so ever changing, I think everybody likes that, because then everybody can find somebody who expresses themselves in a frequency that you vibe with, Right. And now what's going to happen to country, at least what I hope happens to country, is I hope we hold on to the storytelling.
Right.
Like, you take storytelling out of country, you don't even have a genre left.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm also hoping that I'm also hoping that we see people get creative, get weird. I want to see people get away from whatever they thought country had to be. As it becomes more mainstream, I hope that it becomes mainstream in the sense that there are fewer correct answers.
Right.
And it's just, how do you country?
And anybody can fit in the genre. I think that's been the biggest thing, is that now that more people, like we had Beyonce crossover, we have Shabuzi, we have you, we have a lot of different people that are representing country music and putting that out there, that it's not just what we used to think of when we think of country music. So I think that's pretty awesome. I know I listen to a lot of it. So and I'm on an R&B and throwback station. So I love it all.
Right? Like, hey, there's good music everywhere that you look.
There is.
We never stopped making it. It might be harder to find, but
Right.
it's there. Like,
Yeah, and actually, it might be easier to find now where we have like all the different avenues in which you can find music. Spotify's, the Apple Music. It's everywhere. So
It is.
I think that's also what helps change the way that music is being delivered and the way that it's being received, and the people that are sending it out there. It's because everybody has a voice now.
absolutely.
So you want to play something for us so we can get a kind of idea of what you got going on tonight?
Yeah, play a little something.
Okay.
So you know what? I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play a little country for you. I'm gonna play "How I Turned 4 Chairs on the Voice."
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, you heard about love, give it sight to the blind. My little baby calls the sun to shine. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm her little lover boy. Yeah, love my baby, heart and soul. Love like ours won't never grow old. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm a little lover boy. I love my baby, she's long and lean. Mess with her, see a man get mean. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm a little lover boy.
That was amazing. That was great. That was great.
Did you play a CD too, Lou?
No, it sounded. Hey, I was just thinking. I was worried about how that was going to pick up, how your voice is going to pick up, how the guitar was going to pick up. We've never done that in the studio before, and it sounded amazing.
It did.
It sounded.
I'm a little loud, so thank you.
No, you killed it. That's amazing. Like I was over here getting goosebumps recording. It's like, man, this is the first time I ever recorded somebody actually playing live in the studio. So that's
We got
awesome.
an inaugural recording
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Let's go. Feels
And then
good.
in this studio and me, like, yeah, that was awesome. That's amazing. So we got more of that to come up tonight. Nelson Cade III, season 18, The Voice, and we also got food trucks.
16 food trucks, y'all. 9 vendors, 16 food trucks. Nelson Cade III right there at the Kitchen Incubator tonight from 5 to 9. Nelson's going to hit the stage about 6:30, 6 o'clock, somewhere in there. And then we're just going to rock it the rest of the night. So we're going to have some line dancing. We're going to play some, just have fun, man. Y'all come out.
Yeah, so DJ, we got music. We'll be there. We'll be broadcasting live as well. And so you want to make your way over there. Again, Nelson Cade III will be performing live, and we're looking forward to this, man. I appreciate you coming in.
course,
Thank you for rocking out with us. And I want to hear more, but we got to go. But I will be there tonight so I can hear the rest. So everybody that wants to hear more, you know where to go. We'll see you at the Kitchen Incubator tonight. It's Big Tula for G93.